Okay, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry if there's a fan above me and it's been like screaming at me for the past like 15 minutes. So if you can hear it, I apologize, but stay lovey. So today I'm going to be doing full face, air quotes, of my oldest makeup. So let's all join together and watch as I just get a rash, even though I like low-key use some of these products still. So you will soon find that I am actually a hoarder and I don't throw anything away, even if it goes bad. It's kind of a toxic trait of mine, I suppose. Again, as with I feel like every single video that I ever do, this is not a unique or interesting, sure. This is not a unique or original video idea. I mean, I thought of doing it, but as soon as, you look on YouTube, 28 other people have done it, but that's totally fine. I would credit the one person who started it, but I don't know who that is. Certain things like foundation, concealer, brow products, powder, I just have gone through, and obviously I don't have those original ones, but I have some shockingly old makeup products, and I thought, let's just, I don't know, I kind of like watching these videos, and I don't know why I suddenly felt the urge to film this, but here we are. So I've already put on foundation and brows. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Foundation in the shade 100, and I also am using the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim and the Annabelle Brow Fiber Gel. As per usual, well, as per like 80% of the time, all the products that I use on my face will be in the description box. So if you're wondering about anything that I haven't shown on camera but that I'm using, it will be there. And let's just get into it. So I actually forgot to prime my eyes, so I'm just going to do that and then I'll be right back. And okay, so the oldest palette, I was thinking, what is the oldest eyeshadow palette that I have? I have some really old ones. It was between this and the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, which I do still have. It's the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This is the original one. It doesn't even have names on the palette. And it's like so old. The front is like dented. This is like, I shouldn't have this anymore, but again, I don't know. I'm of the school of thought that powder products are fine to keep for as long as you want. Is that an incorrect thought? Maybe. So I haven't used this palette in a while. So let's just, I don't know, get started. I'm gonna use this light, like orangey brown. It's again not gonna be a like super intense look, as I'm sure you can imagine why. Oh, my hair. Holy shit. Oh, wow. My hair does not look good today. That is shockingly bad. And I'm just going to put this in my crease as a transition shade. Again, it's not like really about what I'm doing. It's more about the products that I'm using. I'm so curious. This used to be like my one and only. I remember when this came out and it was like the best thing that had ever happened. My fan keeps turning on and people keep walking around, so we're just gonna have to deal with the noise together. But now I'm just going to take this like mid-tone brown shade. I feel so funny using this palette, and I'm just gonna put this in my outer corner of my crease. Again, not about really what I'm doing. But I was saying this before my fan turned on, and then I just thought I'd just say it again, that it's so funny using these old products, because some of these used to be like my only blush or my only eyeshadow palette. And well, actually my truly first eyeshadow palettes were my naked palettes, but I kind of want to do a video just using those, so I didn't use them today. But I think like for anyone who's just getting into makeup or is just a normal human being and doesn't have a million eyeshadow palettes and makeup products, it's like these were my everything. They were the only things that I used. I thought that they were the best things in the world. They were like some of the first, like I said, products that I had, and I was like, couldn't even imagine anything better. Like really opened up my eyes to like makeup and what I could do. Like even just using blush for the first time, I was like, oh my god. Or highlighter. My first like really well high-end highlighter, or just highlighter period. I just felt like I look more amazing than I've ever looked in my entire life. And it's just like really kind of fun to like revisit that, because yeah, I was just like so passionate about the products that I had that now I wouldn't really consider to be that great. This eyeshadow is probably expired. Probably it is expired. And it's not like as bad as it could be, but it's not great. And it's funny too, and I hear people be like, this, you know, whatever, this eyeshadow palette has like a 12-month shelf life. And I'm like, does anyone follow that? But like seriously, do you throw your makeup products out when they actually expire? Because I can't relate. As soon as I buy a makeup product, it doesn't go bad. It stays in my collection till, I don't know what would make me throw it out fully, till I think if it grew mold or something. Now I'm gonna take this really dark brown shade and just put that in my crease too. Okay, so I'm just going to cut my crease and then we'll be right back. Okay, so my crease is cut. I'm just going to go back over the edges of the shadow as per usual with the colors that I use in my crease. And you know what? These shades, they're not good necessarily, but they're not that bad. Because I don't even want to think about how old these eyeshadows are. And I'm actually really curious to see how these shimmers perform. I'm going to use this gold on the middle of my lid. I sprayed it as per usual, and I'm just going to put this, like I said, on the middle of my lid. Of course. And we're just going to have to ignore my fan because I cannot stop for it anymore. But honestly, that gold, not half bad. And now I'm going to take this like champagne shade and put that on the inner part of my lid. And hopefully by the time I'm done, my fan will be off. So I finished my eyes and I just did my lower lash line because you've seen the shadows. I didn't really feel like it was that important to include. Okay, so now I'm going to do my contour. This is not a super old product. I also powdered and everything. Again, everything will be below. But this is pretty old. This is, I want to say, like probably 3 years old. This product has lasted me a super long time. This is the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder, by the way. The fan will bother us no longer because I turned the heat off. So as I was saying, I was like, oh, I don't really know if I have an older bronzer, like meh. And then I was going through my drawer and I found this. If you have been watching beauty YouTube since like its inception for a long time, you know all about the Bourgeois Bronzer, the Bourgeois Chocolate Bronzer. British beauty YouTubers fucking love this. And I went to the UK with my family when I was, I think, in grade 11 or 12. I think grade 11, and I got this, and this is fucking old as shit. This was way too orange for me. It's still like hella has some funky like stuff going on in the pan, but we're gonna use it today anyway. I actually thought that I threw this out, but of course I didn't, because I'm a hoarder and I look so dead right now, so I desperately need bronzer. But whew, I don't even know if this is gonna show up. I think it will. This was like so orange, so I'm just tapping a little bit off on my hand, but I totally forgot that I had this. I totally forgot about this. This video is really like bringing me back. And in a shocking turn of events, the bronzer that is so expired is not really blending that well. And this is the thing. I don't know if these products would not perform well because they were just never good in the first place, or because they're just so expired. They're basically unusable. I think it's likely the second one. I would love to know what your guys' like OG old makeup products are that you like have had forever but you can't let go of for like sentimental reasons, or if you're a hoarder like me, like what are some of the first makeup products that you ever had? Because I've been taking a fucking trip down memory lane this morning. And this once upon a time used to smell like chocolate, but no longer. I'm quickly going to set my face using the Maybelline Lasting Fix Setting Spray. And now for highlighter. This was the first high-end makeup product that I ever bought myself, and the first highlighter that I ever owned, Becca Pearl. I haven't used this in God knows how long. I thought this was the be-all, end-all of highlighters. I used to watch so many videos on this. I lusted after this forever, and Becca highlighters were like the one to have. But I remember I would take like the tiniest little amount on my fan brush and just do like very, very gently. It's not even bad. But for a lot of my makeup wearing life, I actually didn't wear highlighters at all. I was pretty late to the highlighter bandwagon, I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm really a hater at heart. Like, I feel like I'm very resistant to trends. And then later, when no one else cares about them anymore, I'm like, actually, I kind of like it. Honestly, again, not bad. This product isn't like so old that I think it would perform badly, but it's not like, it's not new, that's for sure. Then I'm kind of bopping around in a weird order here, but I'm going to take this matte cream shade and I'm going to just highlight my brow bone. There was a time where I would exclusively use matte inner corner highlights, which is an interesting choice that I made. And now I'm going to use the light pink shimmery shade for my inner corner. My go-to with this palette used to be using like the matte browns in the crease. I would use this, the shade that I used all over my crease, as my deepening shade though. I barely ever use this shade. And then I would use one of these two like brown metallics all over my lid, and I was like, this is amazing. I also have a MAC like paint pot in, oh, I can't remember, but it's like a matte brown paint pot, and I used to use that all over my eyes, and I would put this like this bronzer on over top of it, blend it out. And I used to use like a deeper brown eyeshadow just in the outer corner, and I would get like hella compliments on that look. I was like, I thought I was the shit when I wore that. For blush, again, I think this is the oldest blush that I have. It's the Revlon matte powder blush in the shade Perfectly Peach. I've actually been using this recently because I kind of want to use it up, but it's old. It's old. And this, again, used to be the only blush that I had for a long time. Alright, the blush is on. I think I'm going to use this lighter, like mid-tone brown shade for freckles. Okay, and that is basically it, except for the lips, which I think is one of the most exciting parts of the video. So I'm quickly going to do liner and lashes, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I did liner and lashes. I feel like I'm really looking very Instagram glam right now. But now is the moment that we've all, well, me, have been waiting for. The first lipsticks that I thought of were my two very first liquid lipsticks that I ever bought, being the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in the shade Lolita. Both of these smell so off, but this is what it looks like. You all know what fucking Lolita looks like. And then the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade, what is this? Queen Bee. This especially smells real bad. This is gone bad. This has been bad for a while. It's just a mauve. This used to be like my favorite liquid lipstick shade ever, and I still like it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have worn it, and it performed actually the same way. It just smells bad, but I won't use those today because then I realized my two very favorite lipsticks from the drugstore that I used to wear all the time, and that truly transport me back to grade 9, are the Revlon. There are two Revlon lipsticks. One is their matte lipstick in the shade Wine Not. I have foundation on my hand, but this is it. Jen Im from Clothes Encounters used to talk about this lipstick all the time. I thought I was a fucking baddest ass bitch when I wore this. I wanted nothing more than to have this lipstick. I truly did. But I think the lipstick that I'm going to use today is the Revlon lipstick in the shade Black Cherry. This is an OG lipstick. I feel like so many people talked about this as like their favorite drugstore, like fall lipstick. This was like, to me, everything. Anytime I went to a concert, anytime I went anywhere that I thought I wanted to be fancy, I wore this. I wore this to school, and I thought I was the baddest ass bitch in the world. So we're gonna use it today and really go down memory lane. Oh my god, I haven't worn a dark bullet lipstick in, I could not even tell you. Please excuse me while I go correct this with a lip brush. Okay, and that is this video done. I honestly don't know how I used to wear this lipstick all day long, because I just feel like I would now get this all over the place, and I'm pretty sure I used to get this all over my face. But I hope you enjoyed. I really love watching these types of videos. I think it's kind of fun to like revisit old products that really old products that I haven't thought about in a while. I really just had like a time of remembering a lot of my early teen years. But let me know what your favorite OG products were back in the day, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye. Does this have mold on it? No, that's just powder. Oh boy. Oh no, I didn't bring my contour. I have to go get it. Okay, proceed. What are you doing?
Just watching. Not watching.
Just watching?
Biden won.
I know, I saw.
I still think it's not.
Did you see Trump's tweet?
Yeah, he's like, it's far from over.
No, he said, I won this election.
Oh, yeah. But they're gonna recount all the, I don't know. Anyway.
Well, one small victory, I guess. Well, a big victory that he didn't win, but there's a lot of work to be done. Anyway.